I just put out a poll on Facebook and I wanted to know what your bigger struggle is. Is it getting your exercise in, or is it sticking to a healthy diet? And overwhelmingly, what you guys are telling me is that your struggle is with the diet. And some of that is resisting cravings, some of that is not really liking healthy foods and preferring foods that maybe aren't so healthy or a little bit higher calorie. And sometimes it's just about not having the time or making the time to prepare enough ahead of time so that you have healthy foods there ready to go. The way to make healthy eating a consistent habit does come down to planning and preparing and having those healthy meals so that you just have to heat it up or throw it together. You don't have to take a lot of time to cook and get fancy because look, we don't have the time, right? However, a lot of us get overwhelmed by trying to do that, by thinking, okay, now I've got to plan this entire menu of recipes for the week, I've got to prep all this food, and it's so daunting and you don't even know where to start that you just don't start. So today we're going to make healthy eating easy. And this is perfect because it's Sunday, and Sunday is kind of a day for all of us to kind of finish out the weekend and start getting ready for the work week. You take a look at your calendar, you figure out what appointments you have, what does work look like this week, what do the kids have going on, when do I need to be where. Take some time to go ahead and put your workouts in, what days you're going to work out, what will the workout be, how long will it take, to make sure that you have the accountability to get your workouts in. Now, for healthy eating, if you haven't planned a menu for this week, it's probably a little too late because you've probably already done your grocery shopping and all of that. We'll get to that down the road. For this week, what I want you to do is I want you to pick one habit. What is one habit that you have that you would like to change, that maybe you see as not such a healthy habit? So it could be drinking soda, it could be skipping breakfast, it could be going back in the kitchen after dinner and nibbling a little bit here, a little bit there. Pick something, but not necessarily your worst habit. I want you to pick something that's like low-hanging fruit. Like, what's a habit that you've been wanting to change for a while that you feel like wouldn't be too terribly hard to give up or at least adjust a little bit? Pick that habit, and then your goal, we're only going to focus on today through next Sunday for 1 week, is to make a new habit from that habit. So if you always skip breakfast and that's your habit that you want to change, this next week, every day, all I want you to focus on is eating breakfast. I don't even care what it is. It doesn't even have to be healthy. Let's just start with eat breakfast every day. Once we've got that into a habit and you're in the routine of eating breakfast, we can get to the choices and whether or not it's the most healthy option later. But let's start with what's simple and easy, realistic and maintainable. If your habit is always nibbling in the kitchen after dinner, let's make a plan. Go to the store, get some dark chocolate squares. Dove makes this great little, just one little dark chocolate square in a bag. After dinner, every night this week, you can have one of those dark chocolate squares. After you've had it, thoroughly enjoyed it, you're going to brush your teeth. Because if you brush your teeth, you're probably not going to feel like eating anything else, and that sends a signal to your system that you're done. So this week, if that's your habit, every day after dinner and after you've had your little bitty treat of chocolate, you're going to brush your teeth. So think about it. What's something that you can do? If you're a soda drinker and maybe you are drinking several sodas a day, start by just cutting back by one. So if you normally have 4, have 3. If you normally have 3, have 2. If you normally have 1, replace it with something like sparkling water, something that allows you to get that kind of taste. Same thing if it's a coffee drink. Instead of going from if you normally have a latte with whipped cream and yada yada, just start getting the latte without the whipped cream. If you change your habits a little bit at a time, it doesn't seem so dramatic or drastic or severe. Just take one little piece of it and get it out of your routine, you'll find that it's much easier to maintain because it doesn't feel like such a huge change. And after a little bit, you kind of don't even notice it anymore. That's your goal, okay? This is how we make healthy living, healthy eating, the diet struggle. This is how we make it happen. It takes time, you guys. It doesn't happen overnight. And when you set yourself up for thinking you're going to go from here to here in a week, you're doomed to fail. You're doomed to fail. I know you can do it, but it's normal. It's normal to have trouble changing your habits. So start small, pick something realistic. Don't set yourself up for too much. One little tiny habit, okay? Figure out what that is. I'd love for you to comment and let me know what it's going to be. And let's keep each other accountable. And for this next week, that's your one main goal, is to focus on that habit.